How have these two guys, start with Thune in the Senate, how have these two guys figured out how to master Trump?
I actually want to start with Johnson, if you don't mind, because I think he learned a valuable lesson from his predecessors, and that Paul Ryan, who I covered, his speakership and Donald Trump's first administration and their relationship pretty closely. And Ryan was like very dismissive of Trump. He wasn't always dismissive in public, but like the way he talked to the president, the president could tell. Ryan, obviously, policy wonk, tax nerd, knew what he wanted to do and thought he was right, and it didn't matter what Trump wanted. He was trying to sort of find a way to manipulate Trump to get what he wanted. So that didn't work, right? The MAGA wing hated him. He ends up retiring because he's basically loathed in the party. McCarthy did the opposite. McCarthy was smart in that he was one of the first GOP leaders in Washington to say, look, this guy is going to be the nominee, whether you like him or not. In 2016, you need to rally behind him. He helped connect President Trump with then candidate Trump with fundraisers in the area to raise him a lot of money to try to, help him win. He was the ultimate person who, showed loyalty at a time when candidate Donald Trump needed it. And he won a lot of favor because of that. But McCarthy became too cocky, okay? He made promises to Donald Trump that he did not keep, including that he would expunge his impeachment record when he became speaker. That was actually really important to Donald Trump, and Trump asked him about it all the time. McCarthy kept blowing him off, and ultimately Trump said, well, screw you, in comes Matt Gaetz, and goodbye, McCarthy. I think Speaker Johnson has sort of found a sweet spot here, right? He has a policy vision the way that, Speaker Ryan did, and a relationship that McCarthy had as well, but he's not getting too cocky in that relationship. He knows that he always has to get Donald Trump on board. He's made sure that he has a good relationship with him and that he's talking with him frequently, and that he's running everything by him. And, it's been surprising to me with Johnson because you go back 6 months ago, Mark, and I was hearing from people very close to Donald Trump that they were having second thoughts about whether they wanted him as speaker. Yeah. It was after the whole, continuing resolution government funding thing totally blew up in Johnson's face. The president was upset that it did not raise the debt ceiling and deal with that issue. Johnson was able to sort of worm himself back into the good graces of Donald Trump, surprising a lot of people who are very close to him. And I mean, you see it whenever President Trump talks about Johnson. You can actually just see the level of admiration he has for him. He praises him all the time, says nobody could do the job, which I'm not sure I agree with. No one else could do the job. I think Jim Jordan could probably do the job. But you can just see it. He just loves the guy.